is the two types of offlaners that we've been seeing these days are either the typical offlaners, which is a stupid comment to make, but like Mars, Centaur,
Tide.
you know, like the Tide. Yeah, exactly. Like, the stereotypical tank can initiate, right? Kind of offlaners. And then the other ones are the buffers, right? You've seen a little bit of Lycan, for example. Like these kind of offlaners that will help your carry do better. Razor does neither of them. Razor's more along the NP sides and doesn't really help you initiate besides walking in. But he's not as tanky as Timber. So it's kind of meh in what an offlaner should do. And the only thing Razor really has is his lane, which is fine. But I think a lot of offlaners these days, by going for the armlet build, like Legion armlet or Mars armlet, do the same thing a Razor does, but also adds 10 times more things to the table. Right?
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but I would say, like, with the caveat that eventually we're going to have a farmed AM jumping in, right, is kind of the game plan of this draft. There's going to be an Ember Spirit probably going for Ags, Refresher, right, and just jumping around in these team fights, and he can kind of be more of your initiation and your poke and prod. Because all this Razor needs to do is just, again, get a link off onto Troll, and the fight's won, essentially.
Yeah, that's why I think that in this case, the offlane Razor is not only justified by build, right? Because the Troll is so heavily countered by him. I just don't like the hero in general, but I guess in this game, yes, it's very
I also
solid.
don't like internet trolls, you know. What are you going to do?
No, I don't like Razor.
True
in
Razor.
general. I love internet trolls.
Do you now?
You know, I do cast Dota 2, my friend.
Cookie might be dead. Yeah, they don't miss uphill. No dice there.
I was not expecting that. Did he get the bounty for that? He did.
He did.
Okay, so you get first blood to a support in exchange, but you get a bounty in exchange. Honestly, good. Like, it's worth. You shouldn't be in that position to begin with, but it's worth.
And I did hear a ward. Yep, they're going to block the Storm's easy camp as the Bane returns to the top lane. So looking to make his life a little bit more difficult. Yeah, Fade was the hard carry for DogChamp last season. So
that's what I was looking. Yeah. That's why I'm so surprised by this.
Likewise, yeah, I'm also quite surprised. Either way, the matchup's pretty good for the Storm Spirit. As you said, you know, Storm versus melee, heroes generally always going to be very strong. Worth noting, of course, Ember did get some minor buffs to this Flame Guard, especially in the first two levels, especially level 2 and 3. That does make it a little bit easier to tank through this barrage of magic damage, but level 3, level 4 for Storm still incredibly potent as in any melee matchup, so something to keep your eyes out for.
It's especially hard if your Remnant does not hit, because if that's the case, then like, oof, taking away the Flame Gun with just overload damage, pretty tough. Fates realized that, so he put the Remnant closer this time, and it worked out.
There it is.
Who would have thought?
You just got to get the spacing back, you know. The first Remnant's a practice Remnant.
Yeah, exactly. One thing that Storm does have a little bit over Ember is that if you can take the Flame Guard, so you can do, Storm and Ember actually play similarly in the lane when they play against each other, which is they both want to shove and just go to the small camp and abuse it, right? And Storm can shove and take away your Flame Guard, whereas Ember needs the Flame Guard to shove, right, the lane. So in that regard, Storm is a bit better from a like tactical standpoint, which is why I think he's also winning in last.
Yeah, true. Flame Guard having a 35-second cooldown does not help, especially when you're just basically...
Also level 1.
Yeah, restricted by mana, basically, on the Storm Spirit compared to cooldowns a little bit more for his Ember counterpart.
Yep. And the water runes, I think, favor you in that regard, right? Because Ember's like, well, I have more mana for Flame Guard, I just can't use
exactly.
it. Storm has mana for days.
Such a regen-rich meta.
Yep.
Well,
that's why spirits are so favored.
It's, again, a good thing, at least if you're an E-Boys fan, that they did end up blocking this Storm's easy camp, so it's going to stop him from getting a whole lot of extra farming. But it's not stopping his side laners from already having a pretty strong start overall, as they're starting to already amass a little bit of a lead when it comes to CS. I think bottom is maybe where we should have our eyes for a little bit, as long as we're not missing kills top, only because this is the lane where we would expect Speed to, you know, be having a stronger start here on the Razor. Not really the case so far.
Yep. The woes of being Razor. Guys, I should win my lane, right? Right? No. Static lane level 1 is garbage. Now with level 2, a bit easier. But if a troll knows how to play this matchup by creep aggroing, have you seen... There's a topic I've had conversation with people, but like... People nowadays creep aggro to a ridiculous degree. You used to see people like pro players, they would creep aggro to kill the range creep, or sometimes they would pull with it or stuff. Nowadays, people are creep aggroing to get last hits. And it's like, it's very different. You will creep aggro once, twice, 3 times, and then the Razor, how does he static link that? If you're just chasing the creep with you, like you're the... The Pied
Oh,
Piper.
they're trying to do it
Well.
like this. A Thought Shield. He runs into both of them.
That's
I
part
don't
of
know
it.
if that was tactical or not. Because it looks like he made a deliberate effort to run. Oh man, it's gonna get Bloody 9 killed. And
he
his
got
courier.
him. He got
What
him.
is? Wait, he's gonna die? What is going on?
It was tactical. That's your answer.
It
That
was tactical because I
Well,
think
you
that
thi-
had Razor's boots. Oh no, it had Troll's boots.
Yeah. Do you, no, no, no. No, the Razor died for the boots, yeah, but Troll ran into 2, so the Razor would chase him for longer, and he would go under tower. Because Troll knows that Razor's armor is actually not that great. It's like 4, it's decent, but you still take a lot of tower hits. It's actually next level thinking by Stonebank, really.
Very true. At least it's a pretty.
No, there he only look at this. He's only gonna run into 1 this time. See, right? This is what a real Troll does. Only into 1.
It was a pretty good time at least to make that dive. Razor's not going to miss out on any waves because the lane was pushing super hard into tower anyway.
Yep,
So
that's good.
yeah, not too bad.
No, that was the right play by Speed, by the way. I think it's much better for him to kill Abaddon in the courier and get rid of boots than this.
Yeah, boots especially, right? Stoneback out of mana this time around. He's not going to run into any of the brambles. Does manage to avoid these. Top lane, though, Albino Zebra is in a little bit of trouble. Lukey is not going to have the mana, though, to throw the spear at him, thanks, of course, to the mana break on the AM. But he does manage to bully them both away from the lane.
So one thing I was noticing that I didn't make in my speech about creep aggro or didn't notice is that, to be honest, Abaddon cannot really contest the Willow if she blocks her camps, right? Or cannot contest too well. Willow should win that. Especially if Razor comes with her. And so that makes it really difficult to keep creep equilibrium if Electronic Boys plays this hard and tries to just pull the big camp all the time.
Yeah,
Look at this creep. It's ridiculous. Look how far he's pulling them.
Well, he's got to get his farm in, right? I mean, this is a spacing-based matchup, right, or a position-based matchup.
I agree.
So yeah, no, it's crucial. It's crucial. I want to say, like, I don't know if it was Arteezy doing this. I just remember seeing so many clips of Arteezy and him messing with creep aggro in general, for him maybe not to take a little bit of credit for this phenomena. Because I agree, I think I am seeing a lot more, especially even on the, even not really on the pub stage, but even on, like, you know, lower division kind of grounds, right? We see so much fighting over the creep equilibrium of the creep aggro. In mid lane, it was always normal.
Even on pub stage, man.
But
I have a Crusader friend that was asking me how to creep aggro twice and get the range creep. I was like, what? Back in the day, Crusaders didn't even know what creeps were, you know? Let alone aggro.
like, just
Like, it's
plug in your keyboard. Just make sure you're good to go.
That actually was something he was not very aware of. He kept clicking on the spells. But he knew the creep aggro, which was very impressive.
You know, I've got a Herald friend, bless his soul, loves the game of Dota 2, right?
Richie, you can just say it's me.
It's not you. No, it's not you, because he took the plug in your keyboard advice a little bit too literal. Because when we asked him what his deny key was set up to, it was set up to 0 on the numpad, but he plugs in a second keyboard and hits that.
What?
Yeah, I don't understand. And that's
Slacks level. That's Slacks level
it
stuff.
really
right?
was. It really was. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's just trying to get better
That's
at the
interesting.
game, you know? And that's something to consider when the game is this, I don't want to call it old, but when it's this refined,
It is
right? We do start seeing a lot of these things kind of break down to what is going to be the most efficient way of playing the game, like creep lane, equilibrium, aggro, you know? Like 4 years ago, we didn't have all this nonsense. Remember when everyone was breaking the game by pulling the creep wave mid? For example?
Sure, I remember that. That was
Yeah.
ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Yeah, I love the fact that we're evolving tactically as well with very small things that we usually don't pay too much attention to. Because we're noobs, right? We see this and we don't find that important. But in laning, it actually matters a lot. And it changes the meta a lot. Look at Luki, by the way, in the top lane. He's taking advantage of the Bane's nightmare. But, well, that was it. He hit the Bane a couple of times, and there we go.
Fortify here. I think pretty sure they fortified for, yeah, the AM. Sure, okay.
He's just throwing spear after spear. Because he knows that if he fights the AM too long, right, he's out of mana. So.
Okay, the brothers battling over the rune. This one goes to the storm, into the bottle for a regen rune. That's a farming rune for a storm early, isn't it?
Yep. I want to say, though, surprised about the fact that...
Oh, hold that thought. Ember's going top already. He's rotating.
Oh. Mars. It could be Luki that's in trouble. I think he might die. Yep. That was easy. So very surprised. If you look at any other region, especially when there's spirits in the mid lane, you will 100% see both supports, if not at least one, rotate for the 6-minute rune. It's 8 minutes and we have not yet seen
That's
that.
what I was surprised by, right? Because I did mention that during the draft, especially for Electronic Boys. I thought that was going to be a given.
So maybe let's attribute to the fact that in NA, unlike all these other weak regions, they have so much trust for their Chad mid laners. They don't think they need help, right? Oh, look at me, I'm in SCA, my mid laner needs help, otherwise he cries. Not NA,
No.
you leave him alone, he fends for himself.
Yeah.
He pulls himself from his bootstraps and finds the rune.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you know.
What a region.
It's the Sigma grind set, you know? It's telling your supports, no, I don't need your help. I got this. Don't even worry about it, you know. Help out your other lanes. The true move.
In all fairness, though, when your supports are Kotla and Abaddon, maybe Abaddon can rotate, but they're not the best heroes to do this, right? Vayne Willow, there's no excuse there. But Kotla and Abaddon, not the greatest at rotating.
Yeah, that's, again, particularly what I was surprised by for E-Boys. I think the Abba is going to be kind of tied to the hip whenever he sees Willow, basically. He's tied to the hip of Willow in this laning stage, because if he shows mid, and even if he helps, you know, get a huge rune, as he is going to take a death, like, he dies so quickly to this duo, as you can see. And if not him, it would be Troll for sure. If there's only one hero showing in that lane, they will go aggressively and look for that kill, as we saw.
So now we're getting to the point in the game where Razor has taken over his game. I think Razor might be the strongest hero in the game, no matter what farm he has, like 10, 15, like mid 10 to 15, right? I don't think another hero can match him at this
Fate's
point.
gonna go top. He's got this Arcane Rune, but he's scouted by a ward. Will it make a difference, though? Because Lukey lands the Arena stun. However, Murdoch gets a little bit of assistance from the Nightmare. Big jump in, and unfortunately with that Arcane Rune active, not a whole lot of damage done. Still too much mana on the Storm Spirits. Will at least be able to get a kill onto Bloody 9. It's actually Stonebank. Once again, Speed, he's found him with the Link, stealing all of his damage. A great Terrorize catches the Storm Spirit, who is taking a fair amount of damage now as they whiff the spear here, but Speed slowed at least by the God's Rebuke. Storm's going to be able to zip away, but they lose the Troll Warlord, setting up the Brambles here, and there's going to be a rude awakening for Lukey. His third death of the game to top up this fight.
Okay, I think the reinitiation by DogChamp was unnecessary, to be honest. I think the rotation by Speed was really on point. Electronic Boys understand that you're the stronger team right now. Even though you have an AM, because of the Razor and how impactful he is, you're the stronger team, especially when Arena is down. So I'm surprised they continue to reinitiate there. They should probably acknowledge this fact much earlier. Like, yeah, you have Troll, but as we just saw, Troll gets completely countered by Razor. So he's your main... Oh, what? Am I what? Oh, Faye just got a free kill on Oklahoma.
Oh, but he's got to be careful. There's a Fiend's Grip. He's going to have enough mana, and with Bloody 9 standing at the ready with the Aphotic Shield, there's no way they're going to look for that kill. Lukey. Oh, missed the spear again onto Albino. Zero zones away the Bane as he's going to drop a Voice Line. Speed just running down for these free support kills, but he's surrounded by 3. Fade a little bit lower on the mana now. There's going to be some Brambles. Great Brambles catching 3 heroes. Bloody 9 actually activates the ulti, whether manually or passively, to throw out the Aphotic Shield and get a little bit more damage in. Lukey kiting out his enemies, escaping on just a sliver of HP. Is going to be able to trade away the Coddle for the Razor.
Yeah. I like this. I like this region, dude. I can genuinely never guess what's going to happen in these team fights. I was not expecting the Storm to die 4 enemies and hunt the Ember down and actually get that kill. But I guess it's your strength, right? There's not really enough catch until Fiend's Grip is online. Or you, by miracle, hit the Storm with a Bramble, which is most likely not going to happen. You have to Nightmare into Bramble. To be honest, Electronic Boys catch is not that good either until like the Ember comes online. You can reliably get those Searing Chains, because early points in chains are usually not that strong. Alternatively, Murdoch can just kill him with a Mana Void, right? I guess that's what they're hoping for.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that is what they're hoping for in these early game, at least engagements, or even late game when the Storm just has to use basically all of his mana to zip around.
Have you noticed the build for Murdoch, by the way? He went naked Battle Fury, but he's like, you know what? This is not right. He buys a band of Elven skin for the eventual treads.
Yep, I did notice that as well. As there's going to be a kill. Fade just zipping around the map, finding kills onto the supports. Yeah, I was about to call that out, right? He's like, oh, this is not a bad time for Battle Fury. Oh, wait, he doesn't have boots, which is still not all that bad. And he's going to dodge this incoming freight train. A very nice blink away, reading the map well.
Yeah. Oh, he has Battle Fury at a relatively early timing. I don't mind this because it's not like the AM should be fighting anyway. You can rely on Razor to create space for you completely. Again, once Arena's down, he's the strongest hero in the game. And right now, as Murdoch, you can just farm like crazy. There's not much ways to stop you until Luki can have enough mobility, which I think the Blink Dagger will be the turning point for him, being able to catch the AM somewhat reliably.
Queen's Grip bottom.
But he gets caught somewhat reliably.
Oh yeah, the support duo, they're going to look for this pick off. Will they have the damage? Yes, they will.
That's crazy.
Good to be this good.
Yeah, I agree, Albino Zebra. I agree.
You know what I love about that voice line, by the way, for PPD? It's a little bit of a meta voice line for me, right? Because usually that voice line I see gets spammed a lot, especially in lower division here, or Division 2 in NA. Whenever, someone makes a mistake, or whenever a troll, quadruple stuns someone, that's when I usually get the voice line. But also, you'll recall that PPD has this voice line in the game. Didn't end up going to TI.
Sure.
So I feel like it's...
But like what, are you going to get Insania's voice line? No, you need a chat.
I feel like it's just very appropriate, isn't it? As bot lane, they get the pick onto Oklahoma. Second time they've caught him this game, quite surprisingly. So Luki on the point with his Arena of Bloods. Fade?
Fade back, yeah. I don't like this. Oh, wow.
Nice.
I do not like this TP by Murdoch. I think that's a waste of TP. I don't think you're going to catch Fade by any means unless Fade overextended. And you threatening by TPing seems unnecessary. Well, now you have it on cooldown. You have no TP, actually. I think Speed should have been the one TPing, but he had no mana because he's been farming instead. Speed is close to his BKB. But probably the biggest point of inflection this Razor will have, unless they give him more farm priority.
Yeah, I imagine that is going to be just the biggest item, because then he can just walk through Arena, doesn't have to be scared of that. He can just shrug off the storm, ignore the coddle. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be literally, when this BKB up, there's nothing that they're going to build within the first 30 minutes that's going to stop him from getting to the troll and getting the link on, ideally anyway.
Yep. Yeah, I like this. I mean, if you can play around this timing, it's just a bit awkward, right? Because I think these ladder lineups, which I like to call them, are not so effective these days. Like ladder lineups, I mean, lineups that have different tempo peaks, so that one hero's creating space for another hero, is creating space for another hero. Because when I say this, or rather, ladder lineup also has the requirement that these heroes fall off, right? So Razor will fall off pretty heavily. Like Mars has a timing, for example, but he can still fight afterwards. He's still strong when Troll gets his items. Same with Storm. But for the Razor, he really is just going to create space as much as possible for AM. And then the idea is AM to solo carry the game. They're going to kill the Willow now, by the way. Another easy kill for Luki, but it's Mars doing his job. Hopefully he can take a tower out of this.
Yeah, I would have liked him to just wait for a couple of seconds, just so Fade could have gotten some assist gold. He's so darn close to this Orchid Malevolence now.
Oh, Roche instead. I mean, with a troll, it's not crazy.
It's not crazy. No, they don't have any minus armor. Falcon Blade and Maelstrom, the only damage items, and level 1 Fervor. Okay, so that's to say it will take a bit of time here, Avo. Electronic Boys, they're on the way to contest. Will they make it in time?
Yeah, they will. 100%. It's taking way too long. Look at Oklahoma go in. No, they took the Roshan. H is going on Fade. But there's a Terrorize.
Great Terrorize.
They did use that Battle Trance, but without damage, what can Stoneback truly do? Not much. That Razor completely canceled him. Stoneback is going to die. And Fade is the only one that gets out of this alive, but of course, because he had a second life. So, that was very bad. That was really bad for DogChamp.
Yeah, that was not... I mean, I admire the call, but going for, maxing the Berserker's Rage, maxing the Axes, and only 1 point in Fervor, I mean... Yeah, when everyone was alive, when the Terrorize, that's the second time Terrorize has kind of, to be honest, wrecked them in a team fight. And you gave them the perfect opportunity. There was no arena even to scare Razor, or kind of even put into doubt his positioning. So, kill as well goes the way towards Electronic Boys. So they don't even, they don't even end up getting the bounty. As Fade once again just getting these pickoffs. That's going to be the Orchid reveal.
Yeah, no, that call, to me, how it seems like the thought process was we need to take an objective now. Our push is not that great. If we take for tier 1, they're going to contest us there and we'll lose the fight. Let's hope to sneak in a Roche, right? That's how I'm seeing it. Which is okay as a thought process, right?
Yeah.
I think it was a bit too greedy.
Oh, okay, they get Ember. Ember's the big kill here. I was just expecting this pick onto Bloody 9. And in fact, they're really actually quite struggling to get this one. And there's going to be the counter initiation from Lukey. Lukey throws in the spear. Murdoch's got another blink as Fade zipping all the way on in, was looking for the kill. Can't quite find it. This number is what, third death? Second, really. That has truly surprised me, but I guess with the Orchid online, it's to be expected during this stage. Ember is actually going for this Yule Scepter, nearly has it finished.
Fade's kind of balling this game,
Yeah, he is.
honest, on his Storm. Like, he's going for a lot of crazy plays, but it's working out for him. Now, soon the Kaya. The person who's not having a good time and is really struggling is Stonebank. That Razor has cancelled him.
It's like this Storm is like lightning in a bottle the way he's balling around, huh? There's Stonebank again.
Look at this Stonebank.
He's not enjoying life.
Oh my god, there's Fiend's Grip as well. We have no Aphotic Shield. They waited for it to be out. Stonebank just dies in the fear. Puts Bloody Knight in a difficult position. He does have the borrow time. Borrow this as he goes to sleep. Oh, Will decided to take it for him.
Yeah, this Ember just needs to get Yules up, and then he can be a little bit more fearless in these fights. Because right now, one Orchid and he is die. There's plenty of follow-up. That's at least something that's really nice about DogChamp, right? This Troll pretty heavily canceled, as we just saw. I think that was probably the third or fourth full duration static link of this game. And that's usually not too good of a time. But Lukey having a pretty nice time now, especially with this Blink Dagger, playing well together with this Storm. You've got two people that can pretty dive pretty aggressively, rather. They might go for it now mid. Yep. Nightmare. He's not going to do much there, as they even get the Storm up to the high ground.
So we're noticing DogChamp's change in their...
they're
going for the number, but this time Yules is ready. They have Spear, however, and thank you for the setup, says Lukey.
He's like, I always had a hard time hitting those spears, but you set it up for me. A great arena from Lukey now. As he catches Murdoch, Albino Zebra keeps himself alive with a Nightmare, only but for a second. Another spear is not going to catch Murdoch, and instead, Fade will dive onto the Dark Willow. 4 dead, just like that.
It's almost...
when it rains, it pours.
It's almost mean that you said that Spear is not going to catch Murdoch when it went in the opposite direction. No, it was even intended for him.
Hello.
Like, I think it was for creep. I'm not really
I
sure
am Lukey Spear, number 1077.
I mean, the arena was great, and the previous spear was nice. Yeah. What I was going to tell you about is that DogChamp is changing their mentality a bit. They're, first of all, acknowledging Razor as a much bigger threat. I think before they were trying to go for Ember more, and they're realizing Ember doesn't have farm priority as much as Razor, and also Razor counters your Troll. And they're also kind of acknowledging Troll is not your real carry. It's the Storm. Yeah. Right? He's your win condition. And I would agree with that. Yes, he's countered by AM, but honestly, Linken's not that bad this game. You could consider it. There's very few ways to counter it, and they're all very valuable spells. As Lukey dies, by the way. Not that big a deal. They just use Fiend Script. And honestly, Linken has been buffed, so I would love to see Fate go for a Linken this game.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind. Speed is going to have one more point of inflection here, albeit a bit of a small one, because as you pointed out, he doesn't have the full farm priority of something like a safe lane Razor. He's going to be building into this Refresher without Ags, so that's why I say a little bit of a small one. But that's going to be a lot more damage in these fights. A second Link, right, in case you flub the first one, I think is particularly strong. And, of course, that second BKB charge. So even if it is down to its minimum 6-second duration, 12 seconds of magic immunity in a fight, as a Razor is all you could really ask for. But Fade, yeah, he is really popping off. He's going for the stats builds, which usually implies he's not going to go for BKB. He's probably going to go for Ags for the Budget Black Hole, try and get this 25 talent for the Overlord attack bounces. Overload attack bounces. No StarCraft 2 terms here, please. And that is usually just an overwhelming amount of damage, as if you can get at least 2 people in your Electric Vortex.
Sure. I would agree with that. Look, if you're not going to go for Linken's, which is fine, I think BKB is still a necessity, though. I think either or you need to choose. Otherwise, there's just going to be... You're going to be a Pinata, right? And AM is going to pop you. I guess you can believe in Yaren to Chakra Magic you at the right moment. As I speak about this, they catch the AM, so that's why...
Yeah, he just blinked to cut the wave right in front of his whole team. I think they saw them smoke, too. Albino Zebra, he's in trouble. Speed, he's just going to, ruin the Troll's day. 1 HP, pops BKB and Battle Trance, but he literally is doing no damage. Great BKB from Speed, allows him to shrug off that spear as Fade finally gets through Albino Zebra on the back lines. Oh, the arena is going to be erected, but Speed will not be able to TP out. He's actually going to, I think he cancels his TP? What? I think he canceled his TP, and they will kill him for that.
I didn't see that if he cancelled it. I think he was gonna die anyway because Electric Vortex was there. No?
I don't.
I'm not sure. I was looking at the other side of the fight.
What happened on the other side of the fight? Because I was watching the Speed take that dive.
Fade just killing supports.
Okay.
You know, Fade doing his Fade things. But I wasn't watching Speed die. He's doing his job, right? He's killing the troll. I wonder if you need to go for like a Lotus, maybe, to save the troll at this point. Obviously on the Mars. I can't imagine who else could do that. I mean, troll could go Lincolns, but I think that's a waste of your money.
Wait, here, look.
Because they'll just find
So he
out.
kites around the troll, it's great.
Okay.
And then he's still got BKB, and he's just like, all right, I'm going to leave.
Okay. Oh, right, yep.
He canceled.
Oh, he
Right?
he did cancel. Yep, he did cancel. 100%.
I think it was just a mistake, unfortunately, for him.
These things
Yep.
happen. No biggie. You know. It's cold here, so maybe that's why.
Is it,
I bet it's
is it
colder
really
in New York.
cold? You had a sweater on, and
Yeah, dude, it's 20 degrees. It's so cold here.
this guy complains about the weather in LA. Unbelievable.
Look,
let me tell you
Malaysia
something.
is perpetually
Let me
30.
tell you something, Alvaro. There is nothing more LA than a foreigner moving to LA and saying, "Wow, LA is so cold."
Is that really it? Is that normal?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
In the winter,
alright.
they're gonna get Fade. Oh no, maybe not. He's got. Oh, no chance. Okay, they got him. Fade is really just popping off this game.
Let me tell you,
Especially
Richie, I have had to
for
wear pants
entertainment.
every single
Especially
day.
if a foreigner comes to LA for entertainment and they go, "Oh, it's so cold. It's so cold."
I've had to wear pants every single day I've been here, which is absurd. In my own home, Richie. What do you think of that? Is that normal? I don't think so.
Oh goodness.
Anyway, Lincoln's for Fade. Yes, I like
Yes.
this. Fade is popping off. It's so sad that I'm kind of just hoping that it's Rayla Lisa doing a meme, but I don't think so. Which sucks because a stand-in doing so well is unfortunate for the team.
I do not know. I do not know.
It's a very free Storm game, though, I will say. Like, it's really just AM and Bane. Maybe if Ember catches you, but it's really not the easiest game to catch a Storm. And this is where the like if you had an offlaner with jump, which is like an instant stun with a blink, right? That would have been nice. But Razor does not do that. He might have to consider Atos, maybe? It actually wouldn't be crazy. Oh, he's going Lincolns. He's going Lincolns? Refresher.
I feel like Ember will likely build into like a Gleipnir at some stage. I mean, I think that's too late, though. I think you probably lose by then if you really need an Atos that bad. Yeah, I agree, actually. Maybe someone should go Atos first. This time, the key difference, right? A lot more damage on Troll and also maxed Fervor. So they will be able to shred through Roshan. Number 2, he's got an Ag Shard. Wonder who they will give that one to. Looks like... Who picked that up?
Who did?
Was it the Coddle?
I think it was Yarn. Yeah. I mean, recall is
Yeah.
kind of broken, so I agree
Luki?
with that. He hit that spear.
He did.
Not against
No,
anything,
but he hit it.
Speed is coming. He's like, where's the troll? Where's the... Oh no, there's no
Oh, he
troll.
found him.
He figured it out. Speed has to retreat. There's nothing else he can do here.
Yeah, he exists only to static link control, and maybe pop 2 ultis in his team fight if he needs to.
And it seems like Stonebank until now has existed just to get static linked, but I think he's changing that demeanor. He's going to get a Basher now, and if Razor does not eliminate him, he's going to become a real threat in the team fights. No way AM can tank this.
Yeah.
Oh, we even have Lotus Orb on Coddle. Yaren... That's great. That is amazing. Because Mars Lotus Orb is honestly bad, but who has to build it? Well, Yaren will. What a true chat.
Yeah.
That's a
Whoa,
support, man.
wait, what the heck? Yard's got more farm than the mid-ember.
Yeah, because he's good.
Oh, goodness.
He has more fun than Luki Luki in the offlane.
he does have more farm than Luki. When did this happen?
He's a Coddle.
Someone forgot to tell him he's a support, and supports are not supposed to be this farm. You know, he pulled himself up by his bootstraps, though, isn't that right?
They got the Willow here in the arena. She's burning speed. Oh,
He's
that's
gonna
the
refresh.
link, but he has a refresher. It's all good.
Storm now.
He can still get the troll.
What?
He did notice Lotus Orb. They did try to Mana Void the Storm
They
there in
did.
the backlines and get rid of the Aegis. Luki comes to save Murdoch. Immediate bash. Fade, sorry, getting away. And the team fight continues. Luki might be the first victim here, but Stonebank finally freed. He has Lotus Orb on. He's not afraid of this Razor anymore, and he can't get the kill on speed. On top of this, they will bring down the Bane. Albino Zebra can't tank Fade. They'd lost the Aegis, but honestly, fine. That was okay, right? You got a good team fight out of it.
Yeah, they kited Speed around. I think they just played ring around the medium camp with him in that Radiant jungle. Fade got basically blasted back to hell, but was brought back by the Aegis because he just makes a pretty reckless dive in. But again, it causes Speed to just kind of get kited around that team fight, and DogChamp are able to pick off the rest. So, like you say, not a bad fight at all.
And who won that team fight? Yarn. And
Yarn, yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, you're totally right. That was a blink.
This is why you give him farm. If he's going to make the right item choices, then you have to give him the farm instead. I actually, on a serious note, I like it's good for Luki to go and say and know that he's not the farm priority, because if he builds Lotus, it just defeats the purpose, right? You kind of fulfill the role of a Legion where you're an initiator, but you're also the save, and it looks bad. So it's much better for the Cuddle to get it, and they gave him this farm priority as well for it. So good on him. He's actually going for Linkets now.
But he's almost as farmed as his cores, like his like farming cores. Like, this is a ridiculous amount of farm. He's a higher level than Troll.
Murdoch is going for Stonebank here, immediately blinded. Fade wants to kill him. Instead, we'll find a blind Zebra. But Glimmer Cape, who invincible item. No way to see him there.
Invis equals invincibility speed. Oh, okay, he's magic immune now. He's got the link onto Luki, and Luki's going to kind of just be walked to death. He does erect the arena before he goes down. That'll at least cage in speed for a while. This Bloody 9 being chased in the river activates the ulti. Oh, Mana Void was used. Linken's, though, is going to prevent him from taking all that damage, and Bloody 9 is just going to have to tank one for the team.
It makes perfect sense that you would be able to kill the Mars with the Razor, right? Because you walk the dog, and the opposite of dog is God, and that's exactly what Mars is, right? So
you are truly an NA caster now, Avo. Congrats.
I have big. That's next level word.
Oh goodness.
Look, it doesn't matter anyway. He's a support, right? Yarn's the true core here, so
I guess he is.
It's just buy Dagon now.
No, get the second Lincolns. I mean, I know you're memeing, but definitely second Lincolns would...
No, second Lincoln's the way to go, 100%. Such a good item here.
He still has a Glimmer. He still has a Glimmer, too. Glimmer Force, and he's like, you know what?
Oh, to be honest, Philosopher's Stone might have helped a bit.
I mean, not this much.
How do you match that?
Not this much. Yeah, 2 creeps a minute, dude.
Look, if you look at Ember, does he even have any natural sort of farm mechanism? Like what, Flame Guard or Sleight Fist? Or
well, to be fair, he was getting farmed immediately after this Orchid came up. And Yule's, I mean, it's just not a good Yule's game for him either, is it, right? Especially because you, like you say,
he just has
Mars don't like buying them anymore, right? It's not the cool, chic item. But the utility is still nice for Mars, right? Like, there are other reasons he would like to buy a Yule's. It's just that it delays his more important items. So when the enemies build it for you, it's actually pretty nice.
I agree. That's why I feel like, in all honesty, it's really not Alcohol's fault. He just kind of has to play this more sacrificial role. They found the AM now. BK deactivated by Luki. He puts the arena as well, but the Nightmare saves him from being hit. And in the end, actually, Murdoch is going to be fine. Luki wasting his BKB time. Bloody 9 is now the one being walked. Luki trying to walk back, but he hits the Bramble. He's stuck now. And they're taking the fight on 2 fronts, as it seems like Speed is just going to die to support. Speed, though, finds Fade, and Speed will die at the end. They just need one more hit. They're going to find it.
Wait, they got the Ember.
Meanwhile, Luki kept the rest of the team at bay.
Yeah, fight number 2, big old Mana Void, but not really enough to kill anyone. It at least allows him to nuke through Luki. So it's just offlaner for offlaner as both offlaners decide to basically 1v4. Albino Zebra, though, on the retreat. He's going to be jumped. Storm out of mana, but there's no Mana Void for an entire minute. So again, he's relatively scot-free here. They will at least cut through his HP. Mana constantly being refilled by Yaren. And
you see that next little play. Fate knew he was going to be ensnared by a Dark Troll Summoner, so he orchided it to make sure. No, he was going to target the Willow, but she blinked in time. Yaren trying to lead this. Lotus Orb, he's tanking it. He's the offlaner now. Who needs Luki? Stonebank joining him, but there's a blink on the Willow, and that's going to help her get away as Ziz can TP back home. I would argue that Luki sacrificing himself is a much better play than Speed doing that, because Luki is good team fight, but he's not needed to counter anyone. Whereas Speed is how they're dealing with a Troll, right? Otherwise, Troll is honestly a really good pick.
Yeah, I think Speed, I saw he threw the first link onto the Coddle, right? He refreshed. Yep. I didn't see who the second link was for, but yeah, I mean, you know, right now, there it goes. He's got Dust now. He would have had that kill had he dusted. But he didn't have any. Yep. But now, that's going to be a problem for the next fight. Blink Dagger in the quick buy to help him reach the Troll Warlord a little bit easier in these fights. And that'll be a better fight for him. But yeah, you're completely right. E-Boys, they do end up getting the tower. It's denied, but they do end up at least getting the map control out from that tower, as they are currently underneath a ward.
We're going to see the Ags on the Storm build that you were talking about, by the way.
We are going to see it? Yeah. It's so good. Yeah. It's so good with this red talent.
I agree.
I love this build.
It's also great against AM, right? Because you can't counterspell it anymore. Oh. So, Lucky was interesting. He used the arena, but I didn't see a spear. I don't know.
I didn't see one either. Yeah. No.
I just saw it on cooldown. Anyway. Bane, caught here, orchided. Albino Zebra is down. And they don't take anyone else down. Maybe the Willow. They canceled that blink. Okay, Blinding Light to cancel the blink once again. Yeah, good area damage. Ziz in trouble. Up the high gun. Bash. Bash will kill her. And Luki's fighting against Murdoch alone. Activates the BKB, sorry. Murdoch does reflect that solar bind, so Yarn can chase after.
Yeah, Luki, he made up for his last Glitch Spear because he caught both of the AMs. Unfortunately, he caught the Manta illusions. Just unlucky, to be honest, because of course it shuffles you. But, you know. And we like to joke, right? Obviously, he's actually playing a pretty decent Mars game. 3-8-15, not bad.
I think tactically, I mean, don't look at the KDA. What are you, a pubber? I think tactically, he's playing really solidly. I think he understands his role is more of a sacrificial tank this game than the actual catch, because catching AM is honestly really hard on Mars.
No, I'm not pubber. We're out of the out of the Eastern European region already. Orchid. Oh, but Manta. Oh, good. I don't know where those flames came from, but Murdoch, he's going to be able to escape here, although they are going to try and pull him back here with the Troll Warlord ulti active. Do they have a stun at the ready? Vortex will catch him, and that's a gem fed? Oh, they don't know. Yeah. They don't see the gem because of the tree.
Oh, okay. It's green, guys. Like the trees. Oh, Fade realized something's here.
Got it.
Oh, guys, there's a gem, but I can't get to it. I don't think he can. He's struggling. Wait, he can't click on the gem.
No, well, that's because you need to have an empty space in your inventory.
Did he not see it?
I don't think. Wait, Luki pings it. Okay, wait, hold on. The couriers are coming. Here it goes. Don't send the Bane courier. It's so slow.
That's the abandoned one.
Oh, no, but no.
This is true. You're totally right. Why did they send...
But the E-Boys, they sent Bane's courier. Guys.
It was Captain Cuddles was on a mission.
That's when you...
Captain Cuddles.
That's when you send speeds. Don't level 20 couriers have the shields?
Yeah. Look, it's okay. Doesn't matter. The gem got given away, but it was a really good play by DogChamp because they found him. Luki did another illusion shish kebab. At this point, you know, he's really making sure there's no cloning here. Also, the flames are from the shard. I don't know if you genuinely asked them.
No. I know. It was more of a reference of...
Okay.
I didn't see a spear. Where did those flames come from?
Oh, right. Okay. I was wondering, too. I was like... I don't know, Richie knows what the shard is.
It's like, usually that's what the Spear of Mars shard looks like, but I'm curious, because there was no spear.
Oh, Yarn. Oh, no.
Oh, he's...
Can the Cuddle
he reflects static link?
I don't... Okay. He is very lean. He's quite tanky. He runs fast, but the Searing Chains will stop him. Well, they lost their
off lane. A lot of gold. 500 golds. For a Coddle. He had more net worth than speed. And Ember.
Yeah, they're killing him out of jealousy. It has nothing to do with the game. It's just anger and spite.
Isn't it envy though, right? Especially with the money.
You're totally right. Actually, it is envy. Yep, good one. He's not in this game.
No, he's not.
He saw how many cores Yaren can play.
Yeah, and he saw how much money Yaren is. I have to retire Yaren after watching him play. Great. Yeah, great second bramble.
There's a spear. Hit the Bane this time. I think it stopped the Fiend script. Oh no, it just didn't happen. And now the storm comes in. That stopped the Bane in general.
Was so much damage.
It stopped his heart. But yeah, Abaddon there, I mean, that is actually your 5, and like not a super farmed 5, so it's no big deal. I think Yaren dying is genuinely a big deal though, because he has so much for the team. He's your save this game.
What is this? Zip? Okay. Fade decides to kill only the Ogre Frostmage, and that's that. He leaves the Ogre Bruisers alive, you know, to send the message.
Well, because you see, you don't understand the secrets, right? It's so weird calling you that now. He kills the lowest HP creep. That's the most efficient way to farm. Why would you spend time killing the higher HP Ogre Bruiser? He understands, all right?
By the way, just to quickly point out what the Diablo's going for, the other support here for Team DogChamp,
Yep.
he's actually going into an Ag Scepter, and I'm not really sure if I agree with this build, especially because he doesn't have the Locket. I don't see the reason why you just wouldn't build another Lotus, to be completely honest.
In this game, are we not in a point beyond judgment already?
That's fair.
Like how?
They're gonna jump Yaren. They don't. Do they have dust? They do. They've dusted him. He's being ran down. Didn't get the Lotus off in time. BKB after Speed will get the kill. Stonebark in a little bit of trouble there as Speed will refresh. He's looking for the second link. Is Bloody Nine forced to use the ultimate? They actually almost nuked him through. A nice blink back is going to prevent Stonebark from going down. Is on the back lines. Luki in a lot of trouble. Gets off another God's Rebuke with a blink. Will secure his fate. Now in trouble is going to be Stonebank. Great terrorize on the Remnant Bomb. Will follow suit. Well, none of these heroes have buyback. They're all dead for like a minute, and Bloody Nine will follow suit. He does have buyback, but E-Boys just kind of cracked this game a little bit open with this team fight. Roshan is up. It's Rosh number 3. Has a Refresher Shard.
I am not sure why they would fight once Yaren died, honestly. Like, why they would continue the fight after that. Just go and let your tier 2 die. Storm can even do this, for example, and cut lanes and
But
everything.
he's got the wrong talent to do this. They thought they were winning this game, and
yeah.
they were. But the right talents, both of these talents are so good on Storm, right? Right talent, damage, especially with the Electric Vortex Ags. Left talent, great at extending games artificially. But they thought they were going to be on the aggressive a bit more, and all of a sudden that's turned on its head, especially with this Aegis going to the way of E-Boys.
I mean, I agree, sure, but you have so many options here for DogChamp, and the option of you, the option of you deciding to fight into the enemy high ground with one less member of your team in a very haphazard and not really thought out way, I don't think was the right one by any means. So they just need to check that, because it's like the third time it's happened for DogChamp, and just let them go, right? You just lost a member of your team, it's no big deal. Let them do whatever they want. Now you lost Roshan, you lost your tier 2.
This is the fight.
I think Roshan's more valuable than tier 3, if I'm honest with you.
Yes.
Because this is cheese refresher shard Roshan, right? This is more refresher for Razor could be an option. You could get another Terrorize, for example, another Fiend Script. I think Fiend Script is useless to refresh. But Terrorize is pretty good.
Yeah. Terrorize is real good this game, actually. It's caught him off guard a lot of times. It's super good versus Troll as well.
Yep.
We've seen that kind of wreck.
Stops him from attacking.
There's a couple of really, really hard troll counters that you don't always think of. Terrorize is one of them. Might be a little bit more obvious. My favorite one is always Darkseer Replica, Wall of Replica. If you drop it right on top of a troll who's ulting, he just attacks his illusion ad infinitum. Oh, but they catch Razor. Or do they?
Yeah, they catch Speed.
Yeah.
Speed's dead.
Fiend Script.
Fiend Script, though, for Fate. Someone needs to save him. But they can't come in time, and he gets hit by the Mana Void. That's unfortunate. He's your main win condition. However, you did get rid of the Razor, so Troll is free now. Bloody Nine just needs to get some time for his team to come and help him. Or maybe just die. It's going to be the latter here.
He activated his ulti, of course, trying to reach the Storm and purge off the ultimate, but they just killed him way too fast. Luki, he's got the spear on the high ground. He's going to catch Murdoch. That's a buyback. Out from Bloody Nine, not from the Storm, though. Because Murdoch, he has Aegis. So Storm is going to bide his time and wait for a better jump.
Honestly, that should have been BKB immediately activated Stonebank. What a spear by Luki, and they had no Fiend Script. That should have just been immediately BKB, you go for the AM, and there's no way he doesn't get rooted in the 15 hits you hit him with, right? In that time. So, I don't know. Or bashed.
Or bashed. Both are good.
Or killed.
Or killed.
Honestly. He was the
Or killed. That could. Oh, Yarn. Oh, Yarn. He's broke smoke. Oh, but he's too fast. He's too elusive.
Oklahoma.
Luki.
Oh, Luki knows he's there now.
Oklahoma. He has taken these Remnant Charge talents. Does have that Ags build I was speaking about.
Yep. Does he have the shard, by the way?
He does not.
He does not. Okay. I think shard's pretty good when you go for this build, by the way. Just as an extra cheeky shard.
Yeah,
you know?
I like it. To me, it's one of its underutilized strengths is whenever you push high ground and then you're gonna leave the enemy high ground, you just drop 2 remnants and then it just nukes waves for. I think it nukes 2 waves. How long do these last? 35 seconds, right? If you time it. 45.
I mean, on top of that, you also can. It's really useful for canceling Blink Dagger. On top of that, so it's really useful for canceling Mars, right? Yeah. Like, forcing him to use BKB right as he wants to initiate and being relatively obvious is really strong. Do we have Lincolns on Yarn yet? Yeah, we do. Okay.
He's building all the orbs. You know, the wizard and his orb.
That's true. And he's like, what do we need to win this game? We need a set of balls. Anyway. Scythe of Vice is going to be the next item instead. He went for the staff. That's after that joke, he was like, I'm not letting Avo get away.
Specifically a pair.
Yeah, he's got it.
Lotus.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he's got really a trio, right? Because he's also got Philosopher Stones. He's just collecting stones.
No, that's Philly.
Rare rocks.
Philly's a whole. No, she is a whole stone of her own.
I see. I see.
Shiva's for speed. Oh, he's starting to realize, like, guys, maybe I'm an offlaner. let's pick up something that can help the team fight a bit. Because Refresher was a really greedy item. I think it was a good item, but it was not so much the team fight item.
I think the Refresher is the item that allowed him. You speak about ladder lineups and how you eventually fall off, which is very true. But Refresher allows you to basically extend that kind of duration right before you fall off. At least this game. This game specifically for Razor, not in every game.
We have BKBs for Storm now, finally for Fade.
That's big.
That's very big.
Fiend's Grip.
Super late BKB, which is a very good thing.
Fiend's Grip still kills him.
Well, not because there's Lincolns, right? So just BKB in, and then you Fiend's Grip, cancelled by Lincolns.
Well, or Abyssal. They've got a couple tools to break him, right?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Abyssal really great. Oh, there you go. Kill the guy who makes the Fiend's Grip. That's Luki's plan. As he goes for the BKB, Albino Zebra is dead. And they did kill Yarn, though, in the back lines. Bloody 9 tanking a fair amount of damage. Luki can't run away. Stonebank in a difficult position as well. Fate can't come help him. But here's Stonebank trying to finish up Murdoch. He got the root, but he can't continue this. He's running out. Where is Fate this whole time? He had to leave here. Activate the battle trend. Stonebank, there's Fate. Coming back in, hoping to kill Murdoch, but Stonebank is out of any way to reel back up, and they're gonna take away the Aegis, but in exchange for Stonebank's life, as Luki will also sacrifice himself for this play.
Did you catch?
So did Fate TP? Why did he TP back? Was he TPing back because he had no mana?
Yeah. Did you catch who ended up using the troll? Because that was they had him with Terrorize there. It was a slight miscommunication. I didn't catch if it was Oklahoma because he ended up refreshing. I must have been.
Must have been.
Yeah.
There's nobody else. Oh, it was. Yeah.
Because I don't think Willow would have griefed her own Terrorize. That kind of seems counterintuitive.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't. They only lost the Aegis, I guess. Not that bad. Murdoch has a chance to fight or to push rather. You're right, by the way. That overload talent cost him so much.
Sorry,
the overload talent as opposed to the remnant talent.
Oh yeah. No, it's big.
It's costing them.
It's big. It's the equivalent on a Storm of like carries instead of deciding to go, I don't know, for like a Scotty whenever they're winning in like the 30-minute mark. Instead of going for like Scotty or like the normal progression item, it's the equivalent of them going, I'm gonna go Abyssal. It's like the win now talent, the win now thing. And the game basically immediately turned on its head as soon as he took that talent, and for the worse for DogChamp, obviously. But it's still a lot of damage in these team fights if he can actually connect it. It's not to be understated. I've seen some pretty ridiculous turns with this talent and this build in particular. Oh, hold that thought though. Fade, you're in trouble. AM's got the Gem of True Sight. Force that to try and get him out of a tough spot. Does reflect the Abyssal Blade. And I think he's going to live here. Will Murdoch dive aggressively? No, not with Luki respawning and TPing in.
I genuinely think Yarn has to start playing like core, dude. Like, he can't be that far away. Most of the time, they're catching him first, and he shouldn't be. I honestly think Luki, as long as he gets his arena off, is less valuable in team fights than Yarn. Because you're being able to put Lincolns and Lotus Orb on one of your cores is pretty much winning you the fight. In fact, he might need to... I wouldn't mind if he considered an Ags this game over the Scythe of Ice. More area control combined to Storm's Ags as well, and the arena.
I get the point. I just think Scythe is just such a huge item, especially because Yaren, he's just going to buy it like completely. Like, I don't think he's going to show that he's building it, right? It's going to be a total surprise item. It's the support equivalent of the Abyssal, right? Where you win the one fight with it because they didn't know you had the item, and all of a sudden it changes the course of the game. I really like that item a lot. I just don't think he lives even with BKB. It's a coddle.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Okay, Butterfly's done for Stonebank. He's bought out for this, though, Avo. Doesn't have enough money now for the buyback.
I mean, I guess it's fine, honestly, because these fights can go either way. You might be able to win this next fight. They have high ground this time, so Electronic Boys should really not push a triangle. They're being disciplined about this.
You were saying?
About this. Oh, it's okay. It's only one man. It's in the Baron dying alone. Fade.
They broke Lincoln.
Just go into a Bramble there? Oh, they caught him with a Fiend's Grip.
Luki, he needs to get in there.
Oh, no. They have Abyssal Blade. He's out of mana. Fade. Oh, just enough for the last jump. Luki did save him here. The Terrorize hit him, however. Luki's getting away. Stonebank. He can't fight this alone. He needs some help.
He's been linked.
Transfuse. He's running out of damage, though. But he's going to kill the AM before he runs out of damage. Stonebank did it. He killed the AM. Murdoch is down. That means that the team fight should be fine. Oklahoma is out as well. Speed alone cannot carry this game. And DogChamp, they have a chance now. They at least need to force buybacks here. If not Roche. Oh, Roche is up. 100%.
Yeah, it was a fast run. It was a fast one. They fought right before the window. That's why E-Boys were looking for the fight. I think slightly, perhaps undisciplined, you could say. I believe most teams, they wait until Roshan respawns rather than look for a fight at the start of the window. But it's going to be a 3-for-1 trade. I want to say, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the arena placement from Luki in that fight is what won them the game. What won them the fight. Because a little downside or a little aspect of Mars Arena is obviously it blocks projectiles, but it also obfuscates your vision. And they had the Mana Void ready to go on the Storm Spirit, and I think they just lost vision because AM was inside the arena and Storm was just outside of it.
Oh.
I think, because he should have. I was like, oh, Storm's 100% dead, and he just lives.
It could be. It could be. I genuinely could not tell. I mean, he got the. You're right. I would have assumed.
Let me see.
I thought the ball lightning was just fast enough.
We'll see if we can cut a replay of that. But right now, it's going to be a high ground push first from Team DogChamp.
Yep. Very important here. Okay. I wouldn't. To be honest, I would try to.
Just a ceremonious tier 3 tower, just to threaten what I could do to your buildings, and I'm gone.
Who got Ags, by the way? Was it
Refresher.
Oh, Storm.
Oh, no, you're right. It was 4th Roche. Thank you.
No, it was both. It was 4th, yeah. So Troll got the
take a
Ags,
look at this.
which I think is super good against the AM, to be honest. That blind is...
Yeah, so Storm did zip into a Bramble, and that allowed the Bane to break Lincoln's. Yeah, so check this out. Maybe he was just too fast. I think he was just too fast.
I think he was just too fast, man. I don't think...
I think Coddle came in with a big old, Coddle gift mana and got him out of there.
Yeah. Kudos to Luki as well, by the way. Luki decided, I'm going to throw away my life because Fate got caught in a bramble as he pulled lightning into it. It's a true teammate move. Well done, Luki.
It's, Team DogChamp. Whenever you take out your pupper for a walk, it always wants to go into all the brambles and everything, right? Just go exploring.
But your dog is also the most loyal. So if he saw you being attacked, he would 100% directed Roman Arena for you.
He wouldn't stop.
That's what
the whole aqueduct and all, and then he'd build the Roman gates, the victory gates.
Yeah, he'd even build bathhouses. Anyway, they're gonna cut the AM. They're gonna silence him now, put him against the wall. But I think he bounced back there, but it's fine. They have more than enough stuns here with the Hex. Took Vortex again. They need the damage though. The stuns are plenty. The damage is there too. That's gonna be Murdoch's next death, which now they should try to force into a buyback.
For sure, especially with Aegis and Cheese. You for sure go for this. Cute interaction there I had never thought of. The edges of the maps are very strange. For example, if a ghost ship sails in, hold that thought because Speed is being jumped. He's in the river. He could use a ghost ship right now, but he's going to be turned into a pig instead. They grief Luki's spear, but it's okay because they still end up getting the kill. Now they could look to force 2 pretty substantial buybacks. Bot lane is pushing pretty hard, especially with the double wagon wave. But you know what pushes harder than 2 wagons? It's a Troll Warlord with Fervor and especially a Leveler. So he is about to completely demolish these buildings. Wait, hold on. Wait, they're going for Storm? Wait, but they can't kill him.
Oh?
Right?
Fate? I don't know, Fate? He actually fights back here? He has a BKB in a second. He's not going to trigger. Oh, there you go. He triggers it. He wants to kill the Ember first. Oklahoma's in trouble, but he does have a way to get out. And they actually forced the BKB. Not too bad, but Troll alone took the rack, so didn't really help him out.
That's true. Troll is in the base. Enfeeble doesn't do a whole lot. Minus 85 damage. Not bad, but not going to do much.
Yeah, not against a Troll with Leveler. Oklahoma walks in, wants to kill Bloody 9. The Bloody 9 has the Ags already, though, so a little bit more survivability and helps his team out as well. He even has Stormcrafter for extra added survivability.
Stormcrafter
it?
Am's gonna be alive.
Stormcrafter
I mean, they can't actually get Megas because there's still a tier 1 down bottom. That's kind of an effect of having a Razor in the game, right? You pick them to kind of win your lane. There's a ward in the base still, by the way. I'm just mentioning this because it seems now that E-Boys are going to maybe look to leave their base. Ember, sorry, AM, he's not going MKB or anything. He's actually just going to go for his own butterfly? I think. Not sure.
I don't know if I love this solution, to be honest. Because Troll has MKB. So I hope that's not the case. Is it E-Blade that he's going for? I think it's E-Blade.
Yeah, okay. I mean, another Lincoln's Breaker, of course, doesn't pierce magic immunity. Would amp...
Deals with the Troll when Razor's not there,
That's
right?
a good point. Yeah, it would amp the mana void damage by a lot. Of course.
Yeah, I guess that's... So you E-Blade the Troll, right? And then you Mana Void the Storm, and then you hope that the area is enough and the kid gets him.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only way you're ever going to kill a Troll with Mana Void. Nice.
They hexed
nice
him.
Spider legs.
They caught Razor.
Got BKB.
Speed. BKB looky did stop
AM
a
is here.
but he has an Aeon this time. And we need some more damage.
Abyssal.
Aeon's here. It finds the Storm as well. The bash is good, but Faye can just get away. Albino Zebra's already down. He lost the Fiend Script here. Speed's getting away. Nope. Storm stops him right in his tracks. Murdoch in the same position. He's being burned up. There's no way Murdoch is getting out of this one alive. They have a Hex ready.
Ooh.
I spoke too soon. I caster cursed the team. But
no.
They have no detection. They have
Trickster's
no detection for Trickster's Cloak. Trickster's Cloak. Oh, wow.
That team fight that was just panic. That was just panic for both teams. Aegis got reclaimed right in the middle of that as they were controlling Storm Spirit through his BKB, and he goes, "Oh crap, guys! I thought I had Aegis for this entire fight. I don't have anything anymore. They got through my Lincolns, they got through his BKB. My Aegis is gone, and I didn't get any of that regen. Thankfully, he's been repaid though with a regeneration rune for the Storm Spirit. Casual 250.
I was so.
Wait, they're
certain
they're fighting again? Oh no, Murdoch, he's up to the high ground on accident. I don't think he wanted to be here, but they're gonna push him down with the spear. Okay, but Speed doesn't have BKB, doesn't have buyback either. He did buy back for this one, neither does the Bane, and they're going to make the jump onto him. Oklahoma was trying to get these backliners, but it's an ABBA. He lives for this, literally.
And Albino Zebra died. They bought back actually.
Speed!
Back here, and they, ooh.
Oh, wow.
That was so close.
That would have been close.
That was so close. I think they can just push. They know there's a dieback here.
I think they push as well. Yeah.
That Fiend Script is honestly crucial for these fights, even when they're hectic.
And they did manage to get the Tier 1, Tier 2 tower, so they could look for, at a minimum, Megas here. Of course, they're pushing this bottom wave, but with Supers now in the base in the mid lane, they are, yeah, going to just take your buildings. This Troll is, my goodness. What's the opposite of Bob the Builder? Troll the Demolisher?
It's Bob the Destroyer of worlds. Razor. He got caught there. He has Bloodthorn, but doesn't really matter. There's Luki. Hits a spear. This time against the support. Wants to murder both supporting cast. They already got one. They need the Willow. She's still actually half HP. Luki got stunned, but that's the Abyssal Blade wasted, which means Fake can just walk in, and he catches both of them. They can have a double spear. This time it hits. Even if it bounces, they need a bit more damage. No Bloody Lead for extra damage, and that kills Oklahoma. Murdoch still trying to catch Luki, but he's the offlaner. He's not the easiest kill. He has a Ghost Scepter to get away, and Murdoch will at least survive. And in comes Speed yet again. The Mana Void! Oh lord! That worked finally! Storm pops like a pinata and his teammates die with him. Luki, the target. He does eat the cheese. Why? He ate the cheese to die a bit slower. I guess to delay this push a bit more, perhaps. But he will fall. At least the Abaddon can get away for now. 29 needs to TP. He's athletic shielding the creeps to make sure the wave can push more. They did get Megas,
They did get Megas, yeah. Pretty huge in that fight. You know, it was really the Ember doing the damage in that fight. I mean, it was the AM who gets the flashy finish, of course, as he needs to buy back and defend against the Megas. But Ember did not quite twice the damage, but 3k more. I'll cut a replay of that. But just a nice jump in, a nice counter initiation. And I have to give credit to Murdoch. That was the most incredible jump in. One of the bravest jump ins I've ever seen. He lives on like a hair of HP. He's got Ghost Scepter active. He just tanks through that entire full channeled Illuminate and lands the biggest mana void of his life. He doesn't even stop. He doesn't even recast as soon as he sees that Lotus Orb being cast. He just goes right for it. Love the move. But there's buybacks here for DogChamp. Once they go up high ground, I'm sure those are going to light up the screen. They're going to look for the finish, though. There's an Ags on a Razor. With Refresher, he's going to have a lot of building damage here, Abo.
Oh, they don't want to buy back on the Troll or on the Storm. They have the glyph. I think they'll be
Yeah,
fine.
they got it back. And Storm is going to be giving chase. Expect a Vortex very quickly.
Final Zebra, that Aeon Disc will not save him from the arena.
There it is. Vortex doesn't find anyone. He's going to be dead for 80 seconds now. They did use just about everything. Speed did not use a second BKB charge, but he did pop Refresher, so he doesn't have that for a minute and a half. Fade. Oh, Roshan number 5. Okay. I have approximately 10 seconds before they finish this Roche to show a replay of that big old Mana Void. Wow, this game's almost gone an hour. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Yes, I can. Did you see how many throws we've seen today? Alright, who gets... Oh, Yaren has the Ags. We did it. We'll complete the game with the last big ball of light.
Oh, that's right, Will-O-Wisp.
Refresher for Storm. Alright, there's the last big push for DogChamp. It's gonna be
This
hype.
has to be it, certainly, right?
This has to be.
What did Storm buy?
I feel like Murdoch no
Storm
longer
has
can deal
Refresher.
with
Yeah,
any...
they're going to get him.
They have too many BKBs this time. Oh, they even got speed.
Here it comes. Big ol' zip. There's no save for him. Not with the Bane
I
dead.
think he might just die. Oh. Speed. He's speed. Storm chasing
He's
after
in.
him. Fade still wants him. He got it.
Okay, die back there. All right, but they get through the Aegis like immediately, but Stonebank is making very quick work of your tier 4 towers. Down goes one. They get a Hex now onto the Ember Spirit. Stonebank's going to jump onto him. Bandis procced, though. He's going to be able to turn and at least dispel himself as Faye, taking a lot of damage from this Willow Ags. Actually taking no damage, of course, the BKB active, but now Throne exposed. Arena erected here as the Fiend's Grip interrupted immediately. Faye jumping on in. He's caught Murdoch here, but there's not going to be enough follow-up immediately. Throne half HP as they make the jump on the Storm. A big Mana Void as they get the Abba. They get the Storm Spirit, but Stonebank just looking to end the game. BKB active will be able to focus it down. DogChamp, they're done with this game. Game 1 victory in exactly 1 hour, Avo.